Hello everyone, this is Rupeshri from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today I'm here to talk about one of the most important topics, relations and functions. Introduction to relations and functions. Relations and functions are fundamental concepts in mathematics that describe how elements in one set are related to elements in other set. A relation is a set of ordered pairs, while a function is a specific set of relation, where each input exactly has one output. Understanding the relations and functions essential for analyzing and modeling real-world phenomena. Types of relations. There are various types of relations, including reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and equivalence relations. One-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many relations. A reflexive relation is one where element is related to itself. A symmetric relation is one where A is related to B, and then B is related to A. Types of functions. There are many types of functions. They can be classified as linear, quadratic, exponential, trigonometric, and many more, based on their algebraic form. Here are some functions which are trigonometric: sin x, cos x, tan x, cosecant x, secant x, and cot x. A linear function is a straight line on a graph, while a quadratic function is a parabolic curve. Here, cos x, cosecant x and secant x use quadratic functions. Exponential functions have a constant ratio between successive values. Function notation. Function notation is a way to represent a function using symbols, typically f of x. It emphasizes the relationship between the input variable x and the output variable f of x. The function notation allows for easier manipulation and evaluation of functions. Range and domain. The domain of the function is a set of all possible inputs or x values. The range of a function is the set of all possible outputs or y values. Understanding the domain and range helps in determining the behavior and the limitations of a function. For domain, start moving from left to right. For range, start moving from up, down to upper direction. Okay, let's come to types of functions. One-to-one function is a function where each input has a unique output. In other words, no two different inputs can have the same output. One-to-one functions are also known as injective functions. Inverse function. The inverse of a function undoes the original function's operation. Find the inverse of a function, switch the roles of x and y, and solve for y. Inverse functions are denoted as f inverse of x and can help solve equations to find compositions. There's an example in the image, f of x versus f inverse of x. F of x is 2,7. F inverse of x is 7,2. Here, f of x will go from downwards to upwards. F of x will go from upwards to the downwards. So it meets at a point which is called g of x. Composite functions. Composite functions are functions created by combining two or more functions. This process involves taking the output of one function and using it as an input for another function. The notation of composite functions is f of g. The O symbol is known as of, which is read as f of g of x. You have an example in the image. You can go through it. Now let's come to applications of functions. Computer science is the first application. Algorithms. Functions define the steps algorithms take to process input and produce outputs. Biology and medicine. Population growth. Exponential functions model how population grow over time. Statistics and data analysis. Probability distributions. Functions like the normal distribution model the likelihood of different outcomes. Here we come to conclusion. In conclusion, relations and functions are foundational concepts in mathematics, crucial for understanding and modeling the relationship between different sets of elements. The relation defines a connection between elements and two sets, while a function is a specific type of relation where each input is associated with exactly one output. This unique mapping property of functions makes them indispensable for various applications across diverse fields such as science, engineering, economics, computer science, biology, environment science, statistics, business, and everyday life. This is all about relations and functions. Hope it's helpful.